Snapchat videos on Sunday nights, and somebody just saw my vision. They're like, "Hey, you should look into podcasting." Looked into it. Rest history. We here now.
So
I did order my microphone. I just gotta find a place in my house to get like a little studio kind of thing going.
And you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. Hold on.
No.
Let me make sure to put this out. Let me make sure to put the intro. Hey, y'all, what's going on? Welcome. It's a Sunday happy hour. You know, it was just an hour full of happiness, and we come together every Sunday 1 p.m. via Zoom. Now, we have Sister Girl Jess. We have Vic with Liquor Talk Podcast. We have Amber, and we have someone new here. We have, I know it's Long Island Groovy Chick, but what would you like to go by today?
It doesn't matter. You can go by my first name, Heather. It's fine.
Yeah, I gotta ask. I show respect, and that's just who I am. But welcome, and if this y'all first time being here, the first time listening, I'm Drake, or B Drake, with Everything Culture, the podcast for all cultures, the podcast with a purpose. Our mission statement comes from the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and that is, he believed that men hate each other because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't know each other. They don't know each other because of segregation, and because of segregation, we have miscommunication. This podcast has been built on the pillars of respect, communication, and consistency, so we can get to know each other, so we can love one another. So, you know, we're just chopping it up about following our dreams, you know, following new things that we could be doing or we should be doing, and just recognize when someone may have an expectation for you that you may not have for yourself. You know, I've been on both sides of this, okay? That I've been the person to be the motivator. I've been the person to be motivated. And it's a beautiful thing to have that type of support either way. And I just wanted to know, like, with everyone here, what do you want to do? And I mean that genuinely. What do you want to do? What do you see for yourself? Because I know, and it's hard to pursue your passions and your aspirations, especially if you don't have anybody that may believe in you. But when you have people that believe in you too, do you believe in yourself just as much as other people believe in you? I'm just gonna toss that out there, and no rush for that. No rush for that answer.
That's real. I guess I'll hop in, y'all. What's going on? This man Victor from the Liquor Talk. I'll get on camera once I make this drink. But my goal for myself is to not be working a 9-to-5 job, and it's like, and also being traveling and be able to speak in places and stuff. So, and also to be a voice actor, because this 9-to-5 lifestyle, it's just redundant. And, you know, you have somebody telling you we could take breaks, somebody telling you we could take a vacation. It's just, I want to get into the business of work for myself, because I want to see the world, you know, instead of just being stuck in one place.
Okay.
And if possible, hey, maybe a late night talk show.
So what I'm hearing, your main thing is voice act. You want to stop doing the 9-to-5 working for somebody else, and you really want to get into voice acting. That's the first thing I heard, voice acting.
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly what it is, because heard there's a lot of money in voice acting, and everybody tells me I got a strong voice.
Okay, what steps have you taken forward to do that?
I've started looking up the Voices app. I know it's like $400 to sign up for the program, to where you can get job leads and stuff. And I've also started doing ads. I got a friend in Orlando I do ads for as well occasionally, which I'm going to get back doing more ads for him as well. So, and also I've hosted live events, and I've hosted, I've also hosted like different platforms, and also got invited to be on a panel in New York as well. So that's coming later this year. So I'm getting out and speaking and getting my name out there, but I know I could do more once the funds get right.
Okay. And once again, this is me just conversing. Is conversing a word? Yes, it is. It's conversate. It's not a word. Okay. So the thing is, you said public speaking. That's what I heard. I heard podcasting, public speaking, no voice acting. Fine.
Yes.
Google. what is a voice actor? What are the responsibility of a voice actor? And really reach out and focus directly on that. That's what I suggest. You know what I mean? That like being like, because right here you're doing like, if I'm hearing voice acting is a straight ahead, you're going like this. Go straight into that if that's what you want to do. Now you can still do all those other things, but you need to focus exactly what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, and once again, I always say Google because we're in the information technology era. We're in the information era. Like, you don't have to go to a library and read a book or pay all these courses and classes. You can YouTube something and it give you a little bit of direction to do it, you know? Right. My goal, you know,
You sure can, life coach. Sure can, life coach.
Thank you. And just make it up, you know. My biggest straw, like I'm here with the life coach, and Sister Girl Jess, I already know what's up, is really, I don't want to scam people. I don't want people to feel like they scam. And just recently, the reason I get these laws and paperwork behind me, because I know the law. When somebody do try to scam you and things on the other end, you have that protection of paper behind you. And that's just the way it go. I wish we lived in a world that you could just share positive and helpful information to people, but people would use that against you. And that's a sad place. That's just humanity.
No, it's in the contract, baby. It's in the contract at the beginning. You know what? You can try to sugarcoat it and twist it. I know, no, it's not required, and it's all in the contract. It's all in the client contract. So don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, I ain't gonna you look. I ain't gonna argue with you. Look,
thank you.
And for instance, like life coach, I never thought to be the progress of a life coach. I never had a title to what I'm doing. You know, that's the best way I can put it. I never had a title. But my goal, I hope I can be a person to invent change that, like, always help people out. That's the best way I can put it. But I want to get, once again, I want my coin. I want my comfortable. You know, I want to be comfort. I do like luxury. Everyone's not in that, but I'm also down to earth where if I don't pull back and help the people who help me, what am I doing it for? You know, that's the best way I can put it. What is it all about?
That's real. It's like, I remember I saw something about I forget what the producer name was, but I remember he mentioned that he see a lot of that, how people they'll make it, but then forget about the people who helped them get there. And I'm like you, I'm not trying to be like that. Like, once I get to where I'm going to, better believe I'm gonna come back for everybody.
Everybody gonna come with you too, though. That's one thing.
I respect that. And I respect that too. And they don't come with me. It's on them. They just gonna get left behind.
But they ain't gonna say it's on them. They're gonna blame it on you.
Well, it is what it is.
Hey, I'm just paying attention. I'm just learning. I don't know everything. You feel me? But I am just paying attention. Like, what we doing right here? I don't know if you was like, I used to ask people still. I'm gonna do it at the end of this. Sometimes I forget, but I ask people, how can we support you? I ask people that all the time. How can we support you? I ask people the best way to support me: like and subscribe to the podcast, leave a review on the podcast, donate, subscribe. Like other than donate, all these things are free. Only thing it takes is a bit of your time. And like one of my goals, these next I can knock this really out in the next hour or two. But I'm gonna say in the next 2 weeks, but really the next hour or two, because I focus so much on perfection. I sometimes try to be a perfectionist and I hate it. But like, yo, I will walk people. This is how you can support me. Click on this right here. Click on that right here. Subscribe to me right there. Leave a review. Don't leave no damn emojis. leave a comment. You know, copy something that you can copy and paste. If you listen to the show, leave a review after that. That helps me a lot. And those are free ways to do so. Because when I'm like, when other podcasters, when I go on y'all stuff, I leave a review. I like same thing. I have a group that I tell people just to like, comment, share. Everybody doesn't like, comment, and share.
I really don't understand why people don't do that.
And then some people get upset when I ask them, hey, I said at the very beginning, this is a daily thing. Daily. This is not every other day. This one, because I'm here to work. And when people come in and try to play, and I'm like, no, I don't give you. We can make a whole nother chat to play, but we're here to work because I know some white spaces that I'm a part of because everything culture that they is, you know, if y'all hear this is the truth, a lot of y'all content ain't busting like that. And I ain't saying I'm like, really, I be like, they're having a good time. I love that. But this is some simple shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they got 100,000 viewers, listeners, downloads. I mean, a great, and I'm like, but you know, because I see what's happening behind the scene. I guess they got a different type of support. That's the frustrating thing that I have. And I'm legit trying to be the example. This is my second group trying this. Second.
Damn. Well, can I ask you something real quick?
Absolutely.
What did you learn from the first time you did it? What did you learn from the first time you did it?
Cut off bad influences, and that's what's about to happen today. cut off the people that don't want to work. Cut off the people that say but don't do.
It's a we are in a selfish society.
And guess what? When you do that,
look at me, do me, come look at my stuff. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. But yet you can't, it's not reciprocated. It's
not even that sometimes, Sister Girl. Sometimes it's like I'd rather talk about what they're doing than doing it myself. But I have this. And when I don't get the attention, it's a problem. I know my flaw is marketing. And I really try to say, and that's why I try to say, I know marketing it's a culture of marketing, which is in Facebook and TikTok is there now. YouTube, all this is to the point. If you may, I have a genuine following that's been built. Okay, I have y'all like right here. The 4 people here is the people who actually rock with me. The people who come in here on Sundays. The people who actually come. Like I try to build safe spaces. Why are we not supporting each other? Because once again, if I had this amount of people that I know I support every damn body that I rock with. Everybody. When I bring other podcasters on my show, this is a great way to push your shit out. That's why when I go on other people's show, I share that show. I share that episode. I share the feeling about it. I damn sure shot mine out. When I was on Clubhouse, I was known. Man, this man may have to bring up his podcast. Everybody, you mother, what am I here to do? Mm-hmm. I'm married with a job. I got I'm not here to play with y'all. What y'all tired of? And that's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't tired of playing yet. That's one of my things. Y'all ain't tired of that yet.
And I'll be honest with you. Mine is I'm gonna be allow me to be transparent. Mine is the imposter syndrome. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I couldn't have been out there, but it was a couple of things. Like one is the age thing. I'm closer to 50 than I am 40. I got 2 more years. Next month I'm gonna be 48 years old,
and we love it. Go ahead.
You know, I'm gonna be 48. But you always hear the things, oh, you're too old to be doing this. So when I say I'm having a podcast and folks are like, what you doing that for? And I'm like, if you knew me and you knew my background before I got into the legal game, you know, I had my own radio show. I was out there. I was doing stuff. But I had to pivot, you know, because one thing I just wanted to hit you on also, too, going into voice acting. If you really want to go into voice acting and you're trying to break into these big markets, you have to have a SAG card and you have to also get certain credits and everything else. And it was a lot of gatekeeping and I got discouraged. I got very discouraged. And I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm going to go fall back on my second passion, which is doing a lot of the legal stuff that I do now. But I want to get into podcasts because I wanted to be a radio announcer. So that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. So a lot of it for me is the imposter syndrome. Like, I'm trying to I'm trying to reach out to folks, but what about if only 2 people subscribe? But then I have to step back and think like, well, it's 2 more people than what I had before.
Okay.
You know, like when I go live.
What's up? See, Will coming in here. See that's why I want my camera to be working. And then I'm using because he coming in all glossy, all HD, definitely 4K,
Yeah, that
8K.
camera nice.
You know, I'm like,
Will
you see, I've been trying to mess with I don't know, just tripping on me at the moment. I like, see, now he go.
No, I'm sitting over
out.
here.
I got good quality. Do you peep the background too? He got the nice ambiance in the background, the soft lighting. Okay. You know, hey, I appreciate that. Hey, hey, T. Once again, we got Will in here. You know, you make sure we got to hear him, see him, hear him. You know, thank you for joining us this first time here for the Sunday happy hour. And we got TJ Lee. TJ Jolie is not feeling the best right now. So we go say a quick prayer for T. Okay, Lord Father, thank you for blessing us with another day, Lord. Thank you for blessing us with the opportunity to serve in your will. Lord, will you please bless our friends, our family, our community, your children, especially in their time of need, especially when not feeling better. One of us come down with a little bit of an illness, Lord Jesus. And we're asking you to please heal her, to see her in great health, for her to come back stronger than ever. In your name we pray. Amen. See, we come together like that. But going forward, before you introduce Will, Heather, let me tell you, thank you. Thank you for that. One, imposter syndrome is real. Okay. I know I suffer from it. And that damn TikTok I made the other day, where it was that the filter that says but, when it says confident but insecure, that's all I like. Yeah. I was just like, can't argue with that. But when you said also, like everything you said about the voice acting and I didn't know all these things about you, and that's why you need to come on the Making of You. But for instance, what you just said probably helped out Victor a lot. Y'all may need to have another conversation. He may need to lean on one another. We have what we need here. That's my biggest thing. We have what we need and how to build. But when we continue to branch out, when we go into these other, because I keep telling you, I could turn into, like, I got the connections to turn into a hunky dory. I have white connections left and right. Okay. But I'm leaning on hey, people, my folks, help me out here. Help me out here. And I keep getting like, I could help you, but I'm just not. And I'm saying I do get help. I do get it, and I see and recognize. But it's like we can do so much more if we actually lean together and we have unity with each other. I keep hearing people talking about we can build our community. You the main one ain't building though. Main ones. How can you? Same ones. I ain't gonna help. Ain't my kids. Ain't my problem. You better than me. But don't do a damn thing to help. You help your own, but don't help others. That is not community. But what we're doing right here, what you just did, Heather, and what talking and discussing, we're asking, where do I need help? What do I want to do? And then somebody like you talking about your age like it's a problem. You have wisdom. I promise to God, on my way walking home, I was saying I'm praying to make it past 40. I'm 36, and my mother passed at 42. One of my goals in life to make it past 42. I know that may seem like, oh, that's nothing, baby. You don't know. Well, I know how quickly life can go. I see people going every single day. And when you have that wisdom too, you have knowledge, and you have that kindness. Thank you for that. Same thing with Sister Girl Jess. That's why with Sister Girl Jess we're talking. I know when to shut up. You right. Like you right. You know that's respect. So, and the thing is, because that respect is I'm giving to her, I'm showing that how somebody else that may be younger, hopefully we get some, like my little cousin is 18, that probably would need to be. I want some youth in here to actually have this panel where we can have a conversation and listen to one another. Because look at us. We on live right now on YouTube. We're going to be on here probably the next maybe 9 minutes, y'all. But this is how you build community. It's leaning on one another. If I hurt myself or I get sick, we need to bring T some soup. Who could go by and check on her? You know, I don't hear those conversations no more. Those are conversations I used to hear my grandparents have. Like my auntie's still on. She go to everybody's funeral. She don't even know who they are. I know you go hear this, auntie. I love you. But you know I ain't lying. She go to like, so died. And I'm like, auntie, I don't know them people. But she's big on community. That's what it is. Haven't got soup yet. We go fix that. We go fix that. Same thing. One of the other podcasts, and I feel bad because it slipped my mind, and I own up to it. One of our good friends, Gigi, I love Gigi. Her father passed away. The first thing I was like, we need to put something together and send her family some flowers. But it was gonna be, I can make excuse after excuse, but these are culturally relevant things that's important that we may have not shared those traditions, or you may not have paid attention to it, but this is how you build community. The pillars are there. The instructions are there. We just chose not to it. And the ones that are negative, the ones that are problematic, we got to know how to remove those problems. The ones that cause harm and hurt to us, heal that harm, the people who harmed and hurt. And so we can continue to build on the positive. The pillars are still there. The steps are still there. We don't have to break it all down, but we can use what's there that can make us better. So that's just my 2 to 3 cents right there. But Will, welcome, brother. Welcome. That mute button whipping your ass.
Sorry, man. Listen, how's everybody doing tonight? Thank you for having me. I appreciate your everything. Culture Drake, what's up? I'm sorry for being late. I had a shoot that ran late, so my apologies. So, what were you guys talking about, Drake?
Man, we talked about, you got Vic here. You see Heather. She's new as well. Okay. She's new here on the happy hours with good people on TikTok. But we were just talking about one following, like she wants to start a podcast. She's been told to start this podcast 7 years ago, and now she want to get into it. So one is, I guess fighting the imposter syndrome. And for instance, with Vic, he has goals and aspirations to become a voice actor. But learning, but he's a podcaster. He's doing numerous other things, public speaking and things. And I was like, but I don't hear voice acting. I hear public speaking, but I don't hear voice acting, So I would say try to focus more on that and just how we continue to support one another. But I did mention that you may be hopping on. And so once again, so the next 5 minutes, we still want to see your clip so you can share with us as well, so we can have a discussion about that. Because like I say, this is, even though we stream on YouTube or Facebook for a moment throughout this session, we do have our closed conversations just on Zoom too. So whenever you're ready, let us know.
While I'm putting in the thing, Vic, have you ever heard of Gravy for the Brain? I'm putting the link into your thing now. That is, and it's something that when I first started doing some voiceover work, that's the first place I went to. And not only do they give you a teaching, but they have workshops for you to do, and it takes you through, and it's not only just workshop, they give you, okay, this is my plan. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to start doing things. This is how I'm going to do that. And then the place where you want to do, you have Mandy.com. A lot of voiceover stuff is on there as well. So that's where I found out I did some stuff for what was that place? I did some stuff for I started off with small projects because you want to get wet. You want to make sure that you see how it is, what's your setup like, what it sounds like. And the other thing is, like, I know you were talking about as Heather and Vic, you go and make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. It's all a part of the process. Just like you got where you got to get what you're doing with your business and your podcast. It's the same exact thing. So you might as well just go on, make the mistakes, set yourself up for greatness. Because later on, the first podcast, or the first voiceover stuff, it may not be as crisp as you want it, but at least you'll know, okay, this is what not crisp sounds like. Now, how do I change that? How do I get that better? But Vic, you can start there, Gravy for the Brain, as far as doing, you already know about some audio stuff because you have a podcast. So this is what I use for my microphone for my podcast as well. So just start off with that, Start off with some of the student stuff they have on there on Mandy.com. Get some scripts and just start practicing that. They also have this voiceover thing. I don't know if Drake knows about it. There's a voiceover thing on Clubhouse where they actually have people go in there and they practice with these people that have done it for a while and things like that. They have stuff in there as well. So the opportunities are endless for you, Vic, and I hope that you achieve those things as well.
Thank you, sir, for that. And also, if you want to come on the podcast to talk about the film, just let me know and we'll set something up.
Oh man, I appreciate that. I really do. It's interesting because I just moved to Virginia from here, from New York. And I was like, oh man, because I got the documentary, it's almost done. And I'm like, all right, Lord, I want to get it to different places, higher places. Move here. Told the people in charge of the program as far as like that. I talked to him. I said, listen, I'm coming from MTV. Basically sold myself. This is what I'm about. Any problems, I can solve it. Let's talk about it. Things like that. And so now my teachers who I'm shadowing and things like that, this dude has his own distribution company. This person has, has ties to Netflix, all this stuff. And it's interesting that we're so afraid to start that we cancel out what God can do, or not want to say cancel out, but we don't allow ourselves to walk into that. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh Lord, but how's it going to happen that way? Well, Lord's like, well, if you move your behind and if you start it, I will show you.
Say that.
If you move your behind,
Check us, huh? That's what you doing?
What'd you say?
Well, you said no. The Lord sent you to straight gut check us. That's what's going on. Okay. Thank you. I feel seen. I feel a little beat up. Yep. Go ahead. Keep on,
man, because it was said to me. You know what I'm saying? Like this is everything I'm telling you was told to me. And a lot of times we got these gifts, and this is the problem. We got these gifts, we got these abilities, all these things that other people don't really know about. And God is constantly tapping us on the shoulder, like, wow, that was nice. That was really nice. It was so good that I know in this area, this area so well, and that was amazing. But what about this area you don't know about? It's like, but I don't want to go there because I don't know about it. He says, I know you don't know about it. That's why I'm leading you. So if you follow me and come after me, exactly, your gift will make room for you. Exactly. And a lot of times that gifts, those come from the Lord. So he's the person in charge of the gifting anyway. So it's like you got gifts, and then you got somebody who's going to show you how to use the gifts properly and to get you where you need to be at. So I just want to
co-sign and jump me too. That's what see. I feel seen. I'm getting jumped. I'm trying. You know what?
You ain't the only one getting jumped over here.
It's not jump. It's not being jumped. It's confirmation. It's confirmation. So you just need to walk in.
Let me tell you, when I tell you my frat brother, literally, because we would talk every day, and this week he didn't answer my text messages, and he literally can't text me. He was like, stop playing. Where's your downloaded videos? And I'm like, I'll get there. I'm busy at work. He said, you busy doing everything else than what I told you to do. When just come holler. So I showed him some stuff. He said, oh, okay. I said, so that's what you're gonna do is cut me off, bro? That's what we doing. I don't know how to feel about this. Okay. Now I'm getting jumped by people I just met. I'm getting
listen. At the end of it, when things are popping off and you where you want to be, or I'll put it this way, where you're in a place where you didn't think you could be at, you'll look back and be like, all I had to do was start.
Seriously. Like, I'm still over here working on my camera. If y'all can't recognize, Like, but we just gonna have to let that go. Gotta let that go. But that folks same thing with this podcast here. Everything we're here right now is something God put in me to do. I didn't know anything about editing. I didn't have a MacBook. I didn't have a microphone. I didn't know how to do nothing. Nothing. It just said, God put it like, this is what I want you to do. I'm like, you sure, God? Yeah. And every single time I want to quit. What's today? In the next 3 days, it's about to be, I've been doing Everything Culture for 4 years now. Every single day, it's like, man, I get a reassurance. Not from a lot of people, but he may send people to give me that. Why are you doing it? And just like any other business, if I started selling barbecue plates, if I start, if I started my whole Drake Diversity Services more in detail about coaching and consulting, mediation, all those things. If I ain't doing it through God, what am I doing it for? I bring people that may not be believers. I bring people that may have some issues in their life, but we have real conversations that help people. What are you doing? What's your why? Why do you want to do these things? Why do we want to, like, once again, my thing is try to bring people together. Try. That's all I can do is try. Is it always successful? Hell no. But I try, But it's everything right here. It wouldn't happen if we didn't try. If we didn't get somebody on Snapchat, they saw me in the gym. Is the reason why I show, like, man, you think it hurts? I'm in pain right now still, but I'm gonna try. I am sore right now. I stink. Okay, I walk and run to the gym. Okay, but I'm trying to make these changes. And Heather, Vic, Will, what's up, Greg? Amber T, everybody in here, everybody is listening. That seriously, change is uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. And I'm in, I'm in HR. Happy Sunday. When we have change in the workplace, people get uncomfortable. No matter if it's even for your benefit, it can be uncomfortable. When you're trying to change your body, it's uncomfortable. When you try to change even eating habits, if you're trying to make more money, change your status in life, it's going to be uncomfortable. Staying in the same place is usually comfortable. So if you want to make that change, you got to read a little bit more. You're going to stay up. You got to have uncomfortable conversations and new conversations with people you never had before. You're going to learn some skills that you never knew you could do. But look back and look where that's what I do. I look back where I came from. Look at me now. So that's what I value. But before we hop off of YouTube, if y'all got anything y'all want to shout out and let us know how we can support you, please do so. How can our community support you?
I do have a production page for YouTube. It does tutorials, and I'm looking for more topics to do but I have a production where I'll be putting up how to set up cameras for your streaming, for your podcast. I'm gonna start doing that stuff, but as well as looking at different tech cameras and things like that. But if there's something that it's Quiverful Productions LLC, and I'll pop it in chat. But if there's any tutorials that you guys would love to have, let me know, and I'll work on that and get that done so people need it. Because I know, like, when the pandemic hit, I helped a lot of churches set their stuff up, including my mom's church. So anything like that, let me know. So yeah, that's I wanted to plug that. I wanted to increase that to 1,000 so I can start doing some more things. But I usually go live with some editing stuff, some camera stuff. But if you need basics on tech stuff, anything like that, please reach out to me, and yeah, I'll be happy to help.
Appreciate that,
Will.
Will.
I have to reach out to you because thank you for that, because I am an analog girl. When I used to be in communications, everything was analog before digital. And now everything, I'm talking about grease pen, DAT tapes and splices. So yeah.
See,
yeah.
look.
So thanks for sharing that.
And just bring it back up, it is Quiver. That's QUIVER, full FULL space productions. If I can spell that for you, let me know. LLC. Y'all see a black man with a little bit, not black and white. What's that color when there's a little bit of brown in it with a camera in the screenshot? Hey, he posted within 5 seconds of him putting it up. I already subscribed. Y'all see, and it was very easy, y'all. Then what we can do, we can go through like, support, share. Throw a comment in there. It's not hard. And look, great advice, and he's doing this to help other people too. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Heather, how can we support you? I got to call you out. Look at you. You should be. Hey, I got this page on Facebook. This is what we do here.
Yeah. You just called me out as I'm trying to wash dishes and cook. Well, right now, I'm writing down my stuff. I'm making it plain. I just need accountability right now. I'm not ready I need accountability because I'm writing it down, making it plain. And just like everybody else, I want everything to be perfect, but I'm glad that I heard the fact that, you know what, just you have to start from somewhere so you know where to build. And I told that to everybody else, but why I don't do it for myself? I don't understand. It sounds better when other people do it. But anyway, I would just need more accountability and just, that's basically it. Just accountability, a little bit more encouragement. I just need to stop saying, well, I don't know how's it going to go. Won't know until I actually try. So.
That's all you got to do. Seriously.
That's what.
So we will help. You need me to check in with you weekly, every other day or something. Hey, is there weekly? Okay.
Oh, there go my support right there. Hey, Sarah.
More support coming in here.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So how about this, Heather? Let's take some time out the week, whether it's on the weekend or the week, because I've actually been looking for that. And I'm an idea person. I'm, all of that. Where we get together for an hour to brainstorm about what we need to do to get done. And me and Drake talked about that before, and I know Drake's been wanting to do that. Get together. Okay, this is what I'm doing. This is what I need to work on for this week to get or this is the goal that I want to start at. What are the steps am I going to take? How can I get there? And then how we can share with each other and keep each other accountable. It doesn't have to be long. It can be an hour, things like that. But it'll most likely run over because when greatness starts talking, that's what happens. So
you about to make me bust some eardrums right there. I'm telling you, I've been saying it. Conversations change. Yo, when you get around certain spaces and you make it start certain, dollars and start doing certain type of work, your conversation will change. It gonna have to. It has to. And right now, perfection is great. It's like ain't been one. Hold on. Perfection is great, but remember, bloopers have space too. Just do your thing. Once again, I keep saying, it's so many people can go out and try to do everything culture, but you ain't gonna ever do it like I'm gonna do it. Promise you that. Just letting you know. Ain't nobody be able to do this. I've seen people try to replicate what I've done, been on show, use my same questions. You ain't hitting like I'm hitting. But I know I'm not the best I'm not the best editor. But am I a conversationalist? Yes. Like what Vic was talking about earlier, you can bring anybody on my show and I can pull something out of them. And really, I be holding back. Sister Girl just be like, they ain't ready. Because I be doing it for them. They ain't ready for that yet. They ain't ready for me to start hitting them with it yet. And honestly, I'm like, I don't want to leave somebody. I don't want what's it called? I don't want to give somebody all this love and just get them all out and they be what I'm gonna do next. I don't know what to tell you. God bless you. And it's going. I don't want to be like that. Like, but my goal is to truly support folks. You know, once again. So we got Vic, we got Greg, anybody, Sister Girl, Jess, Amber. You know, we got a little bit more, few more minutes on YouTube. How can we support you? How can the people who hearing this can support you? If anything.
Well, for starters, I got an episode dropping. It was a men's only round. It was a really great conversation, even though some of the fellas I need to have on didn't show up, but we still had a great conversation. And I'm about to make a drink mix. I'll put that up on TikTok later this week. Also, I just need to connect with more people as well, just to talk to. I'll put the link in the chat and stuff. By the way, Will, I just subscribed to your channel as well. You'll probably see it. Like I said, I will just need more accountability. And also, if anybody's in the Phoenix area, y'all want to holler at me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at possibly moving that way on a personal level. But I just need, like I said, more accountability, more people to check in with me. You know, if I need to vent, or if somebody need to vent to me, I'm here. You know, so we just gonna take over.
Feel that. Love it. Okay. Give it a few more minutes. So YouTube.
Well, I'm sorry. What is your YouTube page again? Because I'm on my iPhone, not on my regular laptop.
It's Quiverful Productions, LLC.
Quiverful Productions. Okay, let me go log.
You see a black man holding the camera in black and white.
Is that black and white? I thought you seen my eye. I'm getting a little old, man. Hopefully,
it might be. It might be.
Sophia.
Yeah, that's what Sophia. Yeah, that's all.
I'm glad you said that because what I saw, these not black folk. These not black folk.
No, that's Quiverful Productions. That's a whole different. It's a different Quiverful. I saw the same thing. That's why I had to subscribe. I mean, I had to define it.
Wait, which one?
No, it's Quiverful Documentary. Not he's Quiverful Productions, but it's a Quiverful Documentary.
Yeah, that's Quiverful Productions LLC. Oh, I see that. Yeah. But see, the thing with me is that the reason why, and this is something you guys need to know about. The reason why I put Quiverful Productions LLC is because I trademark my stuff. You know what I mean? And because the thing is, you don't want to. These great ideas are starting to flow, and you ain't trademark.
See, I need to trade. Somebody said I need to trademark that sound. Because once again, that's like I'm getting hit up on IG talking about people trying to buy that sound, that Laura shit. And I'm like, I made one video of it. I can call Laura. I need to check on Laura. I can come through with a mask to that shop. Laura, how you doing? What's going on? You know, because I think Laura actually wanted to put the sign up because it's a very small sandwich and coffee shop, you know. But hearing just having that conversation, I want to get what's behind. Same thing with the conversation with the white woman, Powell, that went off on her daughter. If y'all listen to her episode, you'll understand why she went off on her daughter. But that's what I'm trying. I really try to get. Like I know, like that may be something I need to do. When people have a lot of drama and all that mess that you see on social media, that people market off the drama and mess, maybe I need to step in and just have a genuine conversation individually and group and talk about what's happening. You know, that's a thought. Okay, y'all. We still here.
You always have content because Lord knows the drama.
Because that's what
Jesus,
that felt like my job at CPS. Seriously, is always getting to somebody else's drama and making sense of it. It's like really, it's meta. It's insane thing as being a mediator. My thing is when you have two people that don't like each other, people who y'all loved each other for a certain something brought y'all together. What brought y'all together? You know, how did we get here now? Now, so y'all saying you don't want to be together. How can y'all separate with one another amicably? We gonna continue with that word right there too. We ain't even gonna slow down. But how we can continue and be peaceful with one another? What do you want and what do you want? You feel me? How we get there? You know, and we go from there. You know, we ain't go stress, but Oh, that may be something else I can tap into. Let me see. But some people are crazy though. Don't forget that. Some people are loony damn tunes. But hey, YouTube, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We jumping off now. We'll catch y'all